Hello YouTube! As some of you might have noticed, this is my first sitting down video in a while. Before I did the New York vlogs, I had not really filmed any video in close to 3 months. And let me tell you, it's always really hard for me to begin a video just talking to my camera. Today, I wanted to tell you a little bit about my New York trip and most specifically the things that I bought while I was in New York City. First, I was actually expecting to buy a lot more than I did. For two reasons, I didn't buy that many things, although there's a table filled with stuff there, so it's not really minimalist. Firstly, I didn't spend a lot of time actually shopping or in the stores. I spent most of my times with people, which was much better and amazing. And the second reason was that the last time I went to New York City, it was 20 years ago. That should tell you something about how old I am. And 20 years ago, when you were going to New York City, everything was different. I mean, yeah, you were excited by everything. You found so many things that you couldn't see in Paris. And obviously, 20 years later, you know, we have the internet, we have mondialization. That's not even an English word. But yes, the shops in New York and the shops in Paris end up being a lot more similar than they were 20 years ago. So I didn't have that, oh, everything is new and shiny and I want everything feeling, because most of those things I know that I can find home. That would lead me to actually the first thing that I bought, which is food. I'm going to start by food because I love food. That's one of my favorite things in life. And the first things I bought are 2 almond butter from Justin's that I found at Whole Foods. There is the maple one and the vanilla one. And for the story, at some point, maybe 6 months ago, in a department store in Paris, they were selling those almond butters. And I really wanted to try them, but I went there too late and they were out of stock, and so I was desperate and I was really happy to find them in New York City. So we've tried them. I don't know if you will be able to see. I will have close-up shots anyway, but we've tried them already. Our favorite is the vanilla one because it's a slightly more sugary taste. But okay. No, I was going to say some of you might know, but no, really, no one will know unless you follow me on Twitter, which you should do. Follow me on Twitter. I'm always there. Come and talk to me. But for the whole month of March, I did a vegan diet, which means no meat or fish, but also no dairy and no eggs, which restricts your diet a lot on what you can actually eat. And so I had to stop using butter, and I started experimenting with some nut butter. In Paris, most of the almond butter you can find, it's really like plain almond butter, which is good, but almond butter in itself doesn't have a lot of taste. I actually tried and preferred cashew butter, but I really want to try those ones because they were slightly flavored, but not too sugary. Like you didn't feel like you were eating Nutella or something really sugary. So I thought that would be nice for snacking. So yes, my first purchase, food, and actually if it hadn't been so complicated to bring back and so heavy, I think I would have totally splurged on food because whole food was just a whole new world for me. I want to eat everything and try everything. But the second thing I want to show you is food related. That is actually the present I brought back for my lovely husband. That's not what he asked for, but I'm pretty sure he likes it. It's a book I bought actually at the... I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes because even for a whole, I need notes. I bought at the Botanical Garden Museum shop in Brooklyn, and that is Made in Brooklyn, The Essential Guides to the Borough's Artisanal Food and Drink Makers. So basically it's a book with a lot of different stores and places in Brooklyn where you can find food that they make there. Yeah, the one thing that really impressed me in New York, there were not that many new shops for me, but the food everywhere, like there were restaurants and bakeries and breweries and food everywhere, and everything looked so yummy and tasty, and that's why I put on weight quite a lot even just in a week. So that's the second thing I bought. Then another thing that was on my list to buy before I got there is that trucker hat. I'm probably totally screwing up my hair right now, so I should keep it until the end of the video. But that is that trucker hat that if you've watched the vlogs, you will have seen me wearing. I have been looking for a cap for at least 2 years because I want something to wear in the summer to just pretty much hide my face from the sun when I have lunch outside. And I was looking for the perfect cap that would be, well, they would have a nice shape, they would have an okay color, and that would also be in a light material. So I really like this one because it's fixing the hair. So that is cotton, and as a trucker hat, that is open, so it's not going to be too warm if I don't want to wear it and it's really warm outside. Because I've tried summer hats. They're really cute. You know, you look really girly with your cute little summer hat, but let's face it, like, you're not going to wear it in the subway because that's impractical, and I take the subway every day. You can't fold it in your bag. It always gets blown off by the wind, so not good. That's why I really want a cap to be able to wear it every day, to not have my face under the sun because, you know, wrinkle, like, you gotta protect that. Next thing I got, actually, I'm really quickly gonna touch on that because I've already mentioned that in one of the vlogs, and I need to do an in-depth review of that game once I've played it and I understand the rules and I can tell you about it. So that is a card game. It's called Battle Mine, a game of battle strategy Kickstarter edition. So that is a game that is loosely based on the game of Sivas that you find in A Song of Ice and Fire. And I found that really cool, and I always like board games. I think they're great fun. And that's only a 2-player game, so that was easy. It's not something where you need to have 10 people to be able to play. So I will play it, look into it, and report back with a special video just on that. Next thing I got, that's not for me, that's for a present. Someone asked me for a Bernie Sanders pins, which I found at Union Square. Like, I found that right away. That was a very easy present to bring back. Not to get too political in that video, but I know I've discussed with my American friends, most of them hate Bernie Sanders, and I can totally understand why from an American perspective, but from a French perspective, we're like, yeah, Team Bernie. So a French friend asked me for that. Next thing I bought, I didn't buy actually, I'm just quickly going to touch on that. I went to the Hardrock cafe when we were in Atlantic City, and I just got a drink that looked really good, and since I got that drink, they gave me that mason jar mug for free. Now, we're moving on to the good part, the skincare. I was expecting to buy a lot more skincare in New York City, considering I am spending a lot of money on shipping costs to buy American brands from Etsy to be shipped to France. But I just, like, again, because I've not spent that much time actually shopping, I couldn't find the stores where those brands were sold. So I only bought 3 skincare items. Actually, first one, I don't really have much to say. It was just really cute looking bar of soap. It was bourbon and vanilla shea butter moisturizing soap. I also bought that at the Botanical Garden shop. And yeah, it just looked really cute. Smells really good, sort of sweet and a little musky. And that will probably just be a gift for someone. I don't know who yet, but I'm sure it will make someone very happy. Then, from Whole Food again, I bought that body moisturizer, which is Mountain Ocean Skin Trip Coconut Moisturizer. Not much to say on that. I had brought a small body moisturizer with me. I ran out of it during my trip. Whole Food was nearby. That was easy to buy. It's a nice, really light moisturizer. It sinks it really quickly, and it really, really smells like coconuts. So I love it, but if you don't like coconut smell, definitely don't buy that. Then, other thing I bought is from Tires. It's their alcohol-free toner. It's the cucumber and witch hazel version with aloe vera. And I was going to buy a bunch of the unscented kind, but weirdly enough, Tires just changed their packaging, which isn't this one anymore, and now it's like sort of a round bottle, which was really not convenient to travel with. So I just bought one bottle to bring back. And I know you can buy them on iHerbs, which has really good shipping costs, so I'll probably be repurchasing that from them again. Anyway, it's good, it's a toner. I'm not expecting a toner to do a shitload of things. It just works to put on my face in the morning, and I like it. Now, are you ready for the makeup? Actually, there isn't that much makeup even. So first trip I did was to Sephora because I want to buy one very specific thing that was on my list for a while, and that is looking at my notes, and that is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette that has 3 shades: Dim Light, Incandescent Light, that is the highlighter, and then Radiant Light, which is a little bit more golden, again a very light bronzer. So for any of you who have ever tried those powders, they're really nice, they're really skin-like, they're also really sheer. So even the bronzer that might look a little scary in the pan, all of the makeup that I'm going to show you, I'm actually wearing on my face today, so that bronzer doesn't really show off very strongly. The incandescent light powder, that's usually what I use as a bronzer during the winter time, and it works perfectly for me. And I really want to try their highlighter because most highlighters I found look too harsh on my face and like sort of really quickly get into my wrinkles around my eyes. And this one is amazing. It's a very, very sheer and subtle highlighter, so if you like really strong highlighters, it won't be for you, but I really like this one. Next thing I found at Sephora, that was not planned, but I'm a girl and I just could not resist those cute, cute, cute little nail polish bottles. So I bought 3 nail polishes from Ciate. Those are the Ciate Mini because they were on 3 for $20. There was an offer. And I don't know, like those sparkles. I mean, I know, Claire, if you're watching that, I know you can understand me. Like, those sparkles look so nice and tempting. So I bought 3 shades. The one that I am wearing on my nails right now is called Gold Digger. It's some sort of taupey, mauvey, metallic color. The second one I got is called Deco Delight. And that one looks a lot like Eau Rose from Cure Bazaar. And finally, the last one are those amazing pink and gold glitters called Antique Brooch. Like I said, I've tried Gold Digger. I like the formula. I really like the brush. My second beauty trip was at Ulta Beauty, which lets me tell you, I watch a lot of beauty YouTube videos, and the American YouTubers always talk about Ulta Beauty. No one in New York City knows about Ulta Beauty because the closest one is somewhere in New Jersey. So I actually managed to stop at Ulta Beauty when I was on my way back from Atlantic City going back to New York City. There was one on the way and my friends were nice enough to stop there, but I only had 20 minutes to shop. I was a lot more impressed by Ulta than I was by Sephora. I was expecting, American Sephora to be really amazing and huge, but the ones in Paris, especially the ones on the Champs-Élysées, is much bigger, much better, has a lot more brands. So I was a little underwhelmed by Sephora. I was very impressed by Ulta, but I had very limited time to shop there. So I went straight for what I want to buy, which is the Lorac Pro eyeshadow palette. Any of you makeup lover watching that video will probably already know about the Lorac Pro palette. It is a very compact, amazing 16 shades palette it has the top row here, it's all matte. No, sorry. Obviously, I'm holding it upside down. The top row is all shimmers, and the bottom row is all matte. And it has some warm tones, and some cool tones, and some light tones, and some dark tones. Very, very good palette. I've tried it already. Right now on my lids, I am wearing the color Sable, which is a matte, warm brown. I'm usually not a big fan of matte eyeshadows, but I really like that one. If you watched a Clash of Queens video, I was wearing Garnet, I think, which is the same color but the shimmery kind, like a very warm copper tone. And on Kraken's Game of Thrones Season 6 Episode 1 breakdown, I was actually wearing Slate, which is a shimmery grayish blue or bluish gray color. So I've tried a couple, they're all great. I absolutely don't regret buying that. At Ulta, the only other thing I bought was the NYX Butter Gloss in the color Tiramisu. That is just a pinky nude gloss. That's what I'm wearing on my lips. It probably doesn't show because it's very, very close to my natural lip color. I seriously could have gone without it because I have just enough lipstick. I usually don't buy that many lipsticks, but usually buy eye-hand ones, and I can see the difference. It's a nice gloss, but I totally did not need that. Last purchase I did, you're gonna call me crazy, but that is a Chanel foundation. It's the Vita Lumiere Aqua in color tan beige, and that is the reason why I bought that in New York City. I was looking for, I like very lightweight foundation or tinted moisturizer, and the one I usually use during the winter time is very, very like shiny, glowy, shimmery, which in the summer when you start sweating a little bit, you can really look like a disco ball very quickly. So I wanted something that wasn't too matte because my skin just does not like matte foundation. They don't agree together, but something that wasn't shiny either, and I heard a lot of great things from YouTubers about that. The only problem is that in France, they don't sell the shade 10 beige. The lightest shade is 20 beige, and that's not really my shade. As you can see, I'm wearing it right now. Although, you might not know, but there's my new light setup, which makes me appear a lot more luminous and white than my skin is, but yeah. Anyway, I had to go to the United States. I had to go out of France to buy my color in a French makeup brand. Doesn't make sense, but I'm also really, really, really enjoying it. And yeah, that's all for today. I don't think I rambled too much. Maybe a little bit, but not too much. So not too much editing. I thank you guys. Thank you to all of you who have subscribed recently to my channel. That's more the kind of videos that I put on my channel, not necessarily beauty, but just me rambling in front of the camera and not really making a lot of sense. I'm sorry. I want to apologize to all of my old subscribers for not making any videos in 3 months. I was not in a good headspace, and I just was absolutely not in the mood to film videos. And I apologize for that. It's already, like, right now I'm slowly starting to get back into it, and it's a little bit difficult. But as always, I don't want to promise I'm going to make more videos, but I hope I'm going to make more videos. If there's anything you want to see, you know, write it in the comment section, tweet me. Yeah, I guess you could also reach me on Instagram, although I don't go there that often. But yeah, please, please, please come and talk to me. The reason why I make those videos is just to have a dialogue with you guys. So I hope it wasn't too long, and thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.